Welcome. You guys might not know him. You probably don't. Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
This
coming
is how
on.
you start? There's no song or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
The song's on the intro on the when it's edited.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's get things out of the way then.
Please, yeah,
Okay.
go.
Your attitude. Your attitude is out of control. There's resentment
Whoa.
underneath you.
No.
And there's a conflict. I can't hear myself now.
Lee.
Turn mine up. I feel like you're mad. Are you mad now?
No, I'm not.
Lee's
mad.
He's
a little
literally
bit
mad.
I've been
mad.
calling you BG the whole time. Yeah.
But he
Bobby's
always
been
is kind
calling
of a
him
little
All
bit
right,
mad.
yeah. All right, my bad, dude.
No,
All right, so let's just start. Let's start
I
anew.
call you BG.
Let's start anew. Right, and I just want to say that I
Okay.
can feel your rage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
relax. I'm a guest.
You are a guest.
Right, and you, dude. Right, I'm not on your side either, Pod. All right. BG, I apologize. What's your name? Because I keep calling you big guy, and I feel bad about it.
Lee.
Okay, my name's Lee.
Your name is Lee?
Yeah.
Fuck. I like it. It's so easy to memorize.
Yeah, my name's
Yeah.
Lee.
Right. And
Okay.
you, all right, so.
Okay, I feel like you just did me.
What did what?
I feel like we just said me.
What do you mean?
That fart she did was
Yeah.
a 9.
I can do
It
another
was a-
one.
I don't want one. No, no. All right. I don't want one. No, but not right now. Surprise me, though.
I will surprise you.
Pearl
Fine.
Harbor it.
I will.
All right.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Damn it.
Pearl Harbor was a surprise, by the way. And hey, Japanese fuckers, they were sleeping that morning.
I didn't know
on
you
that
knew.
island.
Yeah,
I know history.
you do.
So
Yes.
listen,
Okay.
I'm a fan of yours, right?
Thank you.
But by watching your podcast, and first of all, thank you.
What about mine?
So,
What about me?
thank you so much for having me on. I really, honestly, I don't feel well today. I haven't felt well all week,
Yeah.
and I normally wouldn't do, but because it's you guys, I'm a fan. That's why I'm here. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you so much for coming on.
All right, good.
And we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, Harpy, good.
Yeah. Are you nervous?
No,
Oh, okay. Well,
Not at all.
she's got her knockers covered up. If you saw him,
She
though,
got
you'd be
really
nervous.
angry. She said, "So help me God,
Yeah.
don't have your fucking tits out." And I said,
I said, you put those fucking sweat.
"I'm not trying
those
to make us
sweaties
fight
away."
anymore." So I
do you have nice tits or what?
Yeah, she got some floppers.
What do they do? What are the nipples? The nipples are the thing.
wanna
Let me
describe
ask you
them?
about your nipples. Do they blend into the breast or is there a border? Because I can't do blend. I need border. You know,
She-
you know
yeah,
how some,
and I
does
know
yours
exact-
border or blend?
They border.
So I'll be able to tell the difference.
You can tell the difference.
How about you?
But I don't
How
have
about
good
regions?
tits, so I wouldn't show you.
Wait, what? Wait, is your? Let me guess.
okay, fine.
Are your nipples pink?
What would you think they would be?
Pink, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
They're
she's
not like
very white.
they're not like light pink. No.
dark pink.
Dark pink.
hmm
Very good.
Okay.
It's a very nice color.
What are yours?
Mine?
Yeah.
Black.
Dirty
Yeah.
gook. That's the color. You know what I mean?
That's enchanting.
Do you get compliments on them?
What?
Your nipples.
No one's ever complimenting me about my body yet. No.
You've never gotten a compliment on your body.
No.
Not a single one.
Yeah, it's not skilled.
Well, when you're 5'4", it's
Okay.
Interesting.
That's interesting that you say that.
Interesting. Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Because you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
Right?
What?
Is you're attacking my size.
I'm not attacking.
So honestly, Bobby, maybe my energy makes a little bit more sense now that you're getting a little taste of the
I'm
attack.
beginning to understand it.
Thank you.
Because that wasn't even a slam. It was just like an obvious,
yeah, it was not even a
observation.
slam.
No, but
was
that's
it?
what she does. She just comes out with like an obvious grand slam.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a slam. It was just it was a mean observation. is
Okay.
what it
Okay.
was.
Well, I feel like there was like an undercurrent.
Anyway, well, can I'll be honest with you?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
You look like
Oh.
a dwarf Pamela Anderson. Like you're almost hot, but you're really like from afar. You're like, is that Pamela Anderson? Then
Yeah.
you walk up, it's like, no, it's a dwarf version.
It's a dwarf version.
And you know what? You were like
Yeah.
a factory defect.
Oh God.
I think you were.
Right,
Yeah. So
yeah.
so God was making like I'm gonna make a Pamela Anderson. You know how
Yeah.
he makes mistakes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And he goes,
Yeah.
oh, I fucked up. I put a dwarf body on this one,
Yeah.
right? And he threw it off to the side.
Yeah.
And one of the angels went bloop and
Yeah.
threw it down wherever you came from, Bakersfield or whatever.
Well, no,
Where are you
San
from,
Diego,
Bakersfield?
Oceanside. Thank you. Close enough, though.
Same
and you
thing.
know,
you
'cause
have,
you're
you have a
from
Bakersfield
Poway.
vibe, though.
Wow.
Which
Right.
I have been
Wow.
told that before. I have actually been
So
told
just
that.
don't do the 5'4" thing because I have things I can say too.
Okay.
You can say whatever.
I love you though. You know what? Let's go positive, right?
Let's go positive.
I want to say that I've known you for a while.
Have you?
Well, I've known about you for a while
Okay.
because you've been on my brother's podcast,
Yes,
and I've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
you from afar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I've walked by some clubs.
Were you speechless
see
when you
you.
saw me? You're like so beautiful.
No.
No.
It was almost going to be positive.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, no. I mean, would I? if I didn't know you and we were at a club, you know what I mean, in the 80s,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, in Middle Earth,
Middle Earth.
you know what I mean, in the Shire,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, where there's like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
Pamela Anderson dwarf version
Right,
is there,
yeah,
then
yeah.
I would maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway,
This
my
day and
point-
age, no. Okay,
yeah, my point. Big G, I love you, man. Lee, I mean, I love your attitude, man, and that's what I like.
Thank you,
You know
man.
what I mean, very positive.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
So,
Very positive.
let's talk real though. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me on.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming on.
Yeah.
And you're very pretty, both of you.
You don't
and I
have to
think
say
Thank
that.
you.
You said what you said. You said what you said.
I only defended myself. Okay.
He did defend himself. You came at him and he came at you.
Exactly.
I wasn't.
Oh, I know you're going to deflate. No, that's the attitude she
I
took in the
wasn't what?
elevator. No.
I wasn't. I was.
I want to say this, and don't
Say
get
it.
mad.
I won't
Okay.
get mad.
But there
Fuck.
was a gig I wanted you to do. I'm going to use you on the road.
You don't have to say that, but thank you.
Yeah, you're part of my wheelhouse of people that I'm going to consider.
Okay.
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 That's how
seen-
much I like it.
I don't know if you've seen me do stand up.
I have.
It's not good.
No, I saw you at the Improv, and it was dead silent in the room. But let me just
Is
say
this on
something.
The other
that
night.
you just
Yeah,
had
Did you
the other
watch
night.
my full set?
Yeah, I ate it too. I hated it,
I bombed.
but I knew it was the audience, not you.
Did
and
you?
the way you hung in there and was relaxed, that's what I like to see. A warrior's heart.
Okay.
Who has a warrior's heart?
It wasn't Warriors.
Who has a warrior's heart?
It was so
You
bad.
do.
Thank you.
All right.
I do, huh?
And you're sober too, and you're
Yeah.
brave, and I love it.
Yes.
Thank you, Bobby.
Fuck you.
And you want to know what?
And I love you.
Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is triggering, and I do respond well to that. But here's the thing. We did a show together. I'm not going to say everything, but we did a show together.
Oh, I,
think it was
remember.
like
I remember.
No, at the no, you don't. You're fucking haunted.
You were great.
You are literally. I'm fucking screaming.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. I think I was like 3 months into stand up, or maybe
Oh.
4. So as you can
Mm.
imagation,
Good.
Yeah.
great,
Really good.
great, prolific, if you
Yeah.
could say. But you got so mad at the audience because they weren't. I don't know. It was just like a weird room, and it was so. I have not laughed that hard in ages. You were so fucking funny
Where,
with the
ballet
way.
room?
No, it was at the fucking Viper
Just
Room.
Viper.
It was a Tammy Joe show.
I did the Viper Room
Yeah.
one time.
Yes.
Tammy Joe.
Yes.
That was. Oh yeah. I almost thought you were being racist. That you thought it was Jimmy Shin or. Fucking,
No, it's very much you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not Jimmy Shin now.
No,
That was
no,
me.
no,
though. I remember that.
Yeah.
I was really. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
She has a way of doing that.
She does have
She
a way.
does
of
have a
doing
way.
that.
Yeah,
She does have a way.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Today we are excited to tell you about the Lawnmower 4.0 by Manscaped, our latest sponsor, honey. It's giving ad. Manscaped is known for being the leader in the below-the-waist grooming with their precision-engineered tools. The Lawnmower 4.0 is the ultimate groin and body hair trimmer for you wildebeest. We know we're supposed to say it's perfect for the man in your life, but honestly, we are obsessed, and we're about to use it too, honey. Okay?
Yeah, we can't wait. And if you guys want to know what the product is like, I'm going to tell you. The Lawnmower 4.0 features a replaceable cutting-edge ceramic blade. Manscaped's ceramic blades help reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. No more little nicks and cuts for you. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, so you can use it in the shower. Features a super bright LED spotlight for more precise shave. No more swapping out batteries with convenient wireless charging. And if you're a little nervous about shaving those balls for the first time, Manscaped has a whole how-to on their site to help give you the confidence you need and the best experience.
It is so easy to use. No more trying to trim with tiny scissors in awkward positions or playing razor roulette with those tiny little pink razors, Lee, that get dull. Love the LED light, makes trimming down there really easy, and we love the fact that it's waterproof, honey.
We really do love that it's waterproof. And if you're in the market for a new trimmer or you just want to support the show, which honestly, both things can be true, visit manscaped.com and use the code TEATIME20 for 20% off your entire purchase. You can snag a Lawnmower 4.0 or use a TEATIME20 code on any of the other products at manscaped.com. I know I will be buying one for myself because I have a pretty hairy badussy and padussy.
And if you're looking for more of an all-over grooming experience, check out the Manscaped's latest Performance Package 4.0, honey. The Performance Package is for those looking for an all-over grooming experience. It has the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver ball toner spray, another spooky, Performance Boxer briefs, which are all, ultra soft, and a travel bag to hold all those goodies. Again, head to manscaped.com and use the code TEATIME20 when you check out.
you're going to save 20%, and you're also going to help support the show. And we love that. And you'll love it too.
Yeah, you'll love it too.
Send us pictures of your pubic hair after you buy Manscaped. We want to see the way you're trimming your pubes. We want to see how good they look. We care about your hygiene.
Literally.
I don't care about mine, but I care about yours.
And that's the tea of it all.
See it Manscaped. See you on tea time.
And see your bussy.
See your bussy.
Let me ask you guys something.
Please.
And let's get real for a second. I know we've attacked each other, you know what I mean? And we played these games, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's play another game.
Yeah.
I need help.
Please.
Well, yeah.
And the help is this. I'm single.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've been boinking, you know what I mean? And I still got the skills, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
Eastern style. Yeah. Like a sewing machine.
Like a fast.
You know what I mean? That's how I do it. A rocket. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
You have the energy?
I do the hands with my hands too.
That feels
I do the
really
sewing
good.
hands.
It feels
Thank you.
really good.
It does?
Yeah. Good.
When guys do that to you?
Really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, but I feel like only Asians can do it that style.
I've never fucked an Asian guy. So yeah.
No shit. No shit, you racist.
Triggered.
Yeah. You know what's great though?
know.
You know what's great, Lee?
What's up, Bobby?
Okay.
I think Asians are coming back in. Asian males, we were never in. We're now in, right? Because thank you, BTS. And thank you, for Squid Games. But what I'm saying is that, and women, I'm telling you, I swear to God, white women who have never had sex with, and then when I do it, they go, it's like, eating boba for the first time.
I've never liked boba. I've got to be honest.
Milk tea?
I like milk tea.
Oh,
Yeah.
that then.
She loves milk.
Yeah.
Leave out
You
the
know,
boba.
it's so funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never liked stroganoff either. But would I say that in front of you? Yeah.
You don't?
What, you like it?
I don't really.
Oh, what do you like?
Salmon. I like salmon and rice.
What's your tooth about? What's it so shiny?
I had gems on them.
Yeah, she has teeth gems.
Yeah. You didn't
You
like
have
that?
them?
No.
She's gonna though. She was just telling me in the car she's gonna get them.
Don't get it.
Why?
Because you're not a teeth gem person.
And
I want to have one.
Okay.
But she's too pure looking, isn't she?
Dude, you know what it is, dude? You're so Christian. Your look. Like I would never,
Yeah.
ever in
It's
a
very
club,
sweet.
I would
Yeah.
never go for you.
And you want to know
Do you
what?
know why? Do you know why though?
Yeah.
There's no way it'll happen.
Why is that?
It's a
Because
compliment.
I don't want to do it.
Because she's, why? 'Cause
You
she's,
know what?
No.
He watched the clips and he said, "I'm gonna fucking get her." And you want
Yeah.
to know what?
well, now you know how he fucks. What do you think? Like a sewing
Nothing
machine.
good. It made me gayer listening to him talk as he goes on.
I'll be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
Please don't.
So I'm 51.
We know.
I need help.
Are you really 51?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I've been going on dates and stuff, and it's like I went on a date the other night, and I, honestly, I've never felt like this in so long. Where I was like, I think this is the one. She's so pretty.
Mhm.
She's, everything about her knowledge of film and other stuff, and I felt like I'm in the friend zone.
Mm.
I could feel it.
Mhm.
Once you're in the friend zone, is there any way back?
That right off the bat like that?
First date, I could feel it.
No.
There's no way back.
Well, I would say the chances are slim.
Right, because she's already seen you as like, oh, okay, no, I've decided.
Especially if you're out there dating, if you kind of lose the connection mid-date.
Yeah, because I could feel what it's like when I know they like me,
Mhm.
right? And because I've done it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've done
But it's
that.
like this one,
Okay.
I was like, oh my God, I think being in friend zone. And a lot of girls look at me because they're a little younger, not
Mhm.
that much, like maybe 20 years younger,
Mm-hmm.
right? They look at me like I'm the key maker from the Matrix.
Never saw The Matrix.
Right.
I wish this was landing right now.
Or like that old wise Asian man, and he's gonna tell me wise things.
Yes.
Okay.
And once they throw me in that boat, right, there's
Mhm.
no fuck.
So they're like using
Mm.
you almost to get knowledge.
Oh, maybe
deep
they're
wisdom
kind of
from.
solving some sort of daddy issue.
I don't even know if it's a daddy issue. I think it's a deeper wisdom. They're coming to him as like he's like a
Like
beacon.
father time almost.
Almost. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right,
Okay.
like it's like Father Time. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
when women look at me, sometimes they think that because I'm older and I'm Asian, I've been
Right.
around for a long time,
Yeah.
that I have, you know what I mean, wisdom.
Yeah. Almost
You're
like
right.
almost like a Buddha.
Well, also what are what
Yeah.
is some well, that was kind of haunted and that I have to
But
emotionally
that's
shut
so
down.
true.
Thank
But-
you.
I'm gonna give you that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What?
Well,
Well,
what are
not
some
like Jesus. Do I look like Jesus?
Mm,
No, definitely not.
If you took a photo, you took a
I would
photo of me,
never.
and
I
you went
wouldn't.
all over the world and went Buddha or Jesus. What would you believe? 99.9 people. What would they say?
I think someone would like probably give me a helmet and commit me.
Okay.
Okay. But here's what I think.
Yeah.
What are you? What are like some of like your first things you're saying right off the bat on these dates?
You know it's got to be bad. What do you say?
What do you mean the first thing out of the bat?
When you go on a date, you sit down at a date. What are you doing on a first date? What does Bobby Lee do on a first date?
Like, because clearly, if this is like a reoccurring thing, clearly you're.
No, it's not a reoccurring thing. I just said this happened one time.
Okay,
I thought that was like
It
one
just
example.
happened.
I thought you just said women. I thought you said women.
A couple of times have happened, but I've also there's 20
so
times.
The stories are changing, Bobby. Okay.
I also said that I've been smashing.
Yeah, you've been boinking, as you said. Yeah.
I've been boinking, hooking up too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I know the difference between the two is what I'm saying.
How are you asking people out on date? What are you doing for dating?
Oh my God, you guys are fucking... Okay, here's the deal.
Are you all fucking helping us?
He's just saying this one girl who he likes.
Okay, well, I know
that's
that.
all I did.
I know,
Okay,
but I want to know what you're doing for
I don't want
dating.
this to be a fucking cuck fest. No, like we're trying to break this down.
That's what you do.
And this is what you do.
No. I've been watching the podcast. You do this. You start looking around the room, right? And you start fucking gaslighting and shit, right? Right? And you've been doing this, and you're not doing that with me.
Okay, I am
It's
not gaslighting.
I don't feel safe.
Your attitude right now. Calm down.
What is it?
Great.
Thank you.
Calm down.
Okay.
All right. Let's come back.
Okay.
Please,
All right, let's come back.
Okay, so it was
We're back
one
around.
date where she thought you were Father Time.
But I've had comics do it too. Younger comics come up to me and go, and they start asking me questions about wisdom. Like, what do I do about this manager situation? Or what, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't have all the answers because I'm this color or whatever, my ethnicity, right? I have no answers for you, okay? But they come to me, and I've seen a couple of girls that have treated me that way.
Okay.
So is there any way back from that? Here's the last date. I took her to a Michelin star restaurant. Also, during the dinner, it's cool. People recognize me. I'll take photos and that. So I get that. You know what I mean?
It's really cool. Yeah.
That feels good.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not working with much, man.
Yeah.
I need that.
We know, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then just somewhere along the line, it's like, I'll play like scenarios with the girl.
Scenarios.
Yeah, like, would you rather,
Okay.
Perfect.
No, we love that.
Yeah,
That's great.
Wait, what are some of your would you rathers on dates?
Would you rather suck Tom Hardy's dick? You know what I mean? Christian Bale's dick.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same thing, and then we sit stuff like that.
Do you ever
that's
find,
really fun.
Well, do you find women who are not really down? They're like, oh, that's weird, or are they usually down?
Well, I start with just light ones first.
You start.
I don't go straight to Christian Bale's dick.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because you could go even heavier than that.
Yeah, to
What
me,
do you
I
mean?
feel like
Give
you're
me
kind of
one.
still playing it
Well,
safe.
so I just started dating this guy, and I was like, well, I have to pull out the big guns immediately to see if it's going to work,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, would you rather eat out your mom or suck off your dad?
Eat out my mom or suck off my dad?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, my dad's dead.
Well, okay. Well,
So
if he
my
was
dad.
alive, well, if he was alive and you could suck him to death.
Can I say suck his skeleton dick?
No.
When's completion done though? Because it's a skeleton dick.
No,
Wait, is the dick a bone?
No,
it's gone, right?
It's gone.
All right. So my bad. Yeah, I don't know science.
Yeah, no.
So when he was alive,
When he was alive. When he was in his prime.
is he conscious?
Yes.
Of course,
Very much. He's
Eyes
looking
open
at you in
the
the
whole
eyes.
time.
Right. Does he want it?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
More than you could ever imagine.
So for some reason, a spirit went into my parents and they want it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just kind of something that's always kind of been there.
You guys you're in a room and you're like, I'm so sorry, mom and dad,
Or
I
it's a
have to do
maybe
this.
it's a hostile situation.
There we go. That's
They're
that.
both tied to a bed.
Yes.
Yes.
Both right
And
there.
you have to pick
They're
one.
scared. And my mom's like, Papi. I'm just doing my Papi, I know you don't want to eat my, but they call it boji in Korean. My boji, you know what I mean? But if you don't, everybody gonna die. My dad, Papi, I'm not gay. And you know me. I'm not gay, right? But this evil guy, he tell me you have to eat a mommy on me up. I'm so sorry, right? I'd just be like, oh, fuck. Mom, when's the last time you took a shower? I would have to ask that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You're not just going to go in there with all the flavors?
Are you out of your mind? No, dude.
Boring.
You gotta make
If
sure.
my mom had discharge and it's like in your mouth and you're chewing it like gum, that would be terrible. That would scar you for life.
It's like part of you, though. It's half of you.
And then my dad does pre-cum. Oh, that'd be
Yeah, he has
so weird.
pre-cum.
Yeah. And
So
you're
what
like,
are you gonna do?
So what are you doing?
What are you gonna do? And you're looking at both of them in the eyes. They're crying.
No,
They're sobbing.
I probably
Both of them just showered.
I had to suck my dad's dick.
You have to swallow it too.
Yeah, I'll suck my dad's dick.
Do you have a better relationship or worse, or had a better or
A worse relationship with my dad.
Interesting.
I love my mom so much that there's just no way I could do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I get
Beautiful.
How
that.
about you?
I'm gonna eat out my mom.
Yeah.
You eat out your mom?
I'm gonna eat out my mom. I don't want to suck off my dad.
Mm-hmm.
How about
I
you?
know he's got a big dick.
Mom.
I'm not gonna do it.
You eat out your mom?
100%.
Why?
Really?
Okay.
Well, your dad would like it?
I feel like he kind of would.
You think my dad would like me eating out my mom, or you think my dad would like me sucking his dick?
Is this ever going to air? I mean, this is going to be flagged, right? This topic, or this,
no,
you guys go
it's fine.
No,
we just don't. We lost monetization a long time ago. No, we're doing this for free.
Every episode gets taken down.
Yeah. We pay people to listen to this.
Yeah,
so,
all right, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, so give me another one. I think this is a fun game.
We didn't do fuck, marry, kill.
Well, that's what we usually do.
Yeah. Fuck, marry, kill with who?
With your family members.
Mom, dad, brother.
Go.
Let's do fuck, marry, kill with us.
Oh. We've done that before.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
well,
we can do it though, because we do it every.
I don't want to do it.
Okay,
because I heard someone's
everybody
No, it's
kills
fine.
Gabby, and
Everybody
it's
does kill
it's a
me.
sore subject.
I get killed a lot. She gets fucked and married a lot.
Yeah.
Mostly fucked though. Which
Sometimes
is
you
rude.
get killed. I mostly get killed.
Yeah, you do mostly get killed. I mostly get fucked.
Yeah.
And then everyone's married.
Our audience doesn't want me here.
Yeah, but I just feel like you would complain a lot.
What, during the
if
marriage?
you and I
or
were
fuck?
married, yeah, we're married.
You're not wrong.
Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have high standards, Bobby.
I know, but just clean things up, this and that. Are you like that?
No. You're
Okay,
not
okay.
More emotional
Yeah.
things.
Okay.
Not really so many, dishes and stuff. It's really
No,
emotional.
I'm chill with that.
But let's go back to this real quick. Help me,
Yeah.
okay? So
Yeah.
there's no way to switch that around.
I mean, it's hard. It's really hard. I think it would have to happen naturally. I don't
Well,
really think it's something that you can do,
It's
right?
circumstantial. I feel like it's also circumstantial because people change their minds. You get to know somebody more and you warm up to them and you're like, maybe I had
But
a
how
bad
often is
gauge.
that? Like, be for real. Like, how often is that happening with you?
Well, it happens for me a lot because I'm codependent. So
Fuck, that's
I'll
triggering. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just end up not like somebody and then I convince myself to like them.
Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes this girl's like, I haven't felt like this in probably since Kalila, which
Okay.
was 11 years ago when I met her. You know what I
And did
mean?
you feel that way right away when you met her?
It's the same feeling of like, I'm going to spend the next 3 months pursuing this. And it
Okay.
took a long time.
Really?
Yeah, because she had so many suitors. She was
She's
dating a
hot.
professional Spanish soccer player. She was dating an Australian rugby guy. You know what I mean? So
What did you do? Well, how did you win?
I just persistence.
Persistence, yeah.
Yeah, nice dinners, super sweet, wait in line. You know what I mean? I went for it. And it took forever.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It took months before we had sex, I think.
Really?
Like a month and a half, yeah.
That's
Okay.
a long. Okay.
Yeah, that is
So
long.
it's like I really did. I know I'm willing to do that with this one. Maybe I don't know,
Okay.
but if it,
But you feel like she friend zoned you.
Because I think there's a difference
Yeah.
between being persistent versus her just not having like a romantic vibe. Because that's what I'm saying. I think that's a lot harder to like come back from if she's just really giving you the energy that she's just not into it. But if there's like some mild flirtation.
yeah, I don't know. I
Well,
think you're right. I think you're right. I
really?
think it's dead.
Fuck.
Why don't
Yeah.
you try it one more time though?
No, I think that's
I
dead.
could be wrong.
We could call her right now.
Let's call her.
No. I just met her.
Here.
I took her on one date.
Even better. I actually do.
No.
Oh,
Are you
it's for
fucking
you.
mind?
Okay, no, you
Are
can't
you
even
fucking
call.
mind?
You
We're
can't
not
even
fucking-
call
we're
this
not
fucking
fucking
iPad.
It's fucking out of control. Yeah.
Well, you're wearing interesting pants. Do you wear those on dates?
Oh, yeah.
Aviator Nation. Also, no.
Okay.
And also, they're cool.
Yeah,
And
they
also,
are cool.
Go fuck yourself.
Also,
Who the fuck are you talking to right now?
not you
All
getting
right.
hired and fired. Okay.
It was fun while it lasted, wasn't
Yeah, and it honestly was.
fun.
She's
So-
dressed like Eileen Warnos, monster, right? Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
she's fucking judging me. Okay.
it? Yeah, I
right.
am dressed like Eileen Warnos, aren't I? And I look like her sometimes when I take my makeup off and there's a lot of similarities.
Well, can I
there.
just say this?
Please?
You could have been, but you picked the right path for yourself.
Thank you.
And I think you know why? I think
I don't know if that's true.
it is true because I'll
Okay.
tell you why. That's so funny.
I'm just laughing because her mom gets really angry at the way,
That I look?
but she looks fucking good.
Not
And
only
I was
look
just
good. I'll tell
Well,
you.
a dwarf, I guess.
A,
What-
a dwarf version of these women.
Yeah. But when I was watching you on stage the other night, but also I've known you before that. Like
Yeah.
I think we feel like in the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I've been seeing you often.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's a friendship
Well,
kindling.
I've known you for a long. Well, I've known you for a long
right,
time.
but do you think there's a friendship kindling? Or
Absolutely.
No? Right.
Yeah.
You text me, you know what I mean? You were comfortable asking me to do this,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I have to say that on you on stage, because I've been around for a very long time, you're an anomaly. There's something about, you're like Esther Pavinsky or King, whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's like when somebody sometimes goes on stage, you're like, that's her. Like that. This is a good thing.
And you saw me just bomb, and you're like,
It doesn't
she's
matter
maintaining.
because you're still relaxed.
Yeah.
And you're taking the beating
Mhm.
like I did. I brought a date out there to that show.
You,
and I
but
bombed.
you crushed, is what's
That
crazy.
I did not crush.
You didn't think
That's
so?
not me crushing, no.
I thought you did. I thought you were just so funny.
And let's move on.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Today we're talking about the drip stick from Awkward Essentials, aka the cum sponge.
You guys, the drip stick is a soft medical grade sponge designed to absorb excess cum after sex. Makes the experience more comfortable for you.
Hell yeah. And it cuts down on the mess for you and your things, aka your beds, your sheets, your underwear, your towels.
Super easy to use. You just insert the sponge while holding onto the handle. Gently twist it around a few times and then remove it and throw it away.
I know that's right. It's only meant for vaginal use post-sex. It's not a menstruation product, sweetie, so don't get carried away. It's not birth control. It's not an STD protection. And I'm sorry for you playboys, it's not for your butt.
Not for the butt. So don't be shoving this thing up your ass unless you want to do it strictly for sexual pleasure, but it's not going to have the same result in your asshole that it has in your pussy.
It really ain't.
It's easy to use. It can go in your bedside drawer in your bathroom, or throw it into a bag on the go.
Or if you wear boots, you can put it in there.
Ooh, makes everything so much more comfortable after sex.
So if y'all know what it is and you know what it isn't, go visit awkwardessentials.com to get 10% off a box of drip sticks with the code TEATIME10, honey.
They come in packs of 10, 20, 69, or 100.
Sweet. TEATIME10 is the code. Awkward Essentials also has a ton of other great products. You can use the code TEATIME10 for. Mainstream is the disposable pee funnel to help you stand and pee when sitting isn't an option, aka porta potties. I know that's right. Gross public bathrooms, camping, or hiking.
Interesting.
On your neighborhood walk and you can't make it home. I've been there.
Jizz machine, get it out. There's jizz machine sweatpants. Don't literally know what the fuck that means, but I am interested.
Here's the thing. I need to cop myself a few. Maybe I'll use that code. And the Nikki Vibe Kit, which has everything you need for your first vibrator, including lube, cleaner, and the discreet essentials bag to keep everything nice and tidy.
That is TEATIME10 and awkwardessentials.com.
TEATIME10, awkwardessentials.com. Okay, so the theme of this episode is anger issues. Bobby, when was the time that you were the most angry? Besides that, me at the very beginning of this podcast.
I'll tell you when I was, my most angry time was 2 years after MadTV was canceled. Because I could see my career going away. This is when like other Asian guys were being chosen for things, you know what I mean? I couldn't even get in the room for any movie or anything. I didn't have an audition for years. And when I would go on the road to make money and there was nobody coming, and I was literally going, and I was sober at the time too, and I was literally going, oh, it's the end. It just started and it's the end, right? And I was so sad. I was so angry. And I was so miserable. And what I had to do was I had to just let it go.
Yeah.
And that's when I met Kalila. Like many years later, I met Kalila. But ever since then to Kalila was the worst years of my life. And when I met her, I was just like, you know what? This is going to be my life.
You were like surrendered by the time you met her.
Yeah, you realize that, I have no control over it.
Yeah.
I did the best I could. And it's just not in the cards for me. And
it's heartbreaking, isn't it?
And I have to move on, you know? I was still, every once in a while getting a line. Like I got a line on Sean Saves the World, which is a sitcom, or I would get like little things, but it was like nothing. Like all my friends were like, because I started with Chelsea Handler and Zach Galifianakis and all these guys, right?
Yeah.
So you see your friends just blow up, right? And you're just like, I guess I don't have the talent or the goods. You know what I mean?
I have two questions.
Okay, go ahead.
One, do you go to anger over sadness? Like, do you get angry first or sad first?
It was a combination of both. You know what I mean? There were days where I was crying.
Yeah.
And then there were days where I was just like raged out, and I would like lash out at my agents and my manager. I was lash out at people around me, comics.
Were you drinking?
No, I was sober.
Wow. Okay.
Even then, I was like, I would lash out at meetings. It was bad, man.
Yeah.
And then the second question is, was the upswing the podcast? Was Tiger Belly your upswing from that, or was there stuff before that?
No, I mean, like I said, like I always kind of like I did a sitcom called Animal Practice, and I was in the movie The Dictator, and I would like get jobs every once in a while that were like, oh, this is okay.
But that kept you going.
That kept me in it. Like I would have quit if those things didn't happen.
You were doing stand up the whole time though.
Yeah, I was doing stand up the whole time, and every once in a while I would be a series regular, and we get canceled right away, or I'd get a big movie, it flopped, right, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm back to ground zero. I mean, because you have to understand, like my friends were like hitting fucking home runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I starting Tiger Belly is what kind of changed, because it got to the point where I was like, I don't need their approval.
How much later? I'm sorry, I don't know the timeline.
No, I'll tell you.
How much later from that 10-year ago period at the end of MadTV to Tiger Belly?
So let's see. Probably it was 30s. It was probably like 8 years, maybe 7 years. You know what I mean? Of like darkness, and then
it's not that long.
It's not that long. Yeah.
Oh, 7 years is long.
Feels long.
But then in retrospect, you're like.
In retrospect, does it feel? Was that a long?
But in retrospect, it was needed.
Okay. Yeah.
Because even now, you know, I'm doing all cool things, but it's like it doesn't make who I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's not it doesn't dictate how I feel about myself, right? So it's like, I think my mind is in the right place, you know what I mean? Because it's like, we're very lucky.
Yeah.
Especially you two, very lucky, because you guys are both very funny. You guys are young. Women are coming up in the world, in the comedy, right? And you guys legitimately are, the only reason why I'm here is because
you wanted to meet Lee?
She has big tits.
No, the only reason I'm here is because I look at you two, I go, this has legs.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm not going to waste my time.
That really means a lot.
It does really mean a lot. I mean? Yeah.
And I think that other people should do this.
Yeah.
So I'm like kind of leading the light of Theo and Whitney and all these other guys, Bert Kreischer, to go, come do this. I think that this is got legs.
Okay, I really fucking appreciate that,
And the way
Bobby.
You were late and you treated me like shit in the beginning, right? Just really know what you're doing and how you're treating people. Right, Harper?
Why the fuck are you looking at me?
All right. I mean, it's just like, you know. But that's the truth.
You're haunted.
That's the truth. I'm not haunted. I'm the best.
Thank you.
But that's when I was angry the most. You know what I mean?
But it is hard too when you start watching, because we talk about this all the time. You know, you start watching your peers kind of like surpass you. And we're kind of in a spot right now where we're watching our friends like book TV shows and get these jobs. And it's like, well, why hasn't that happened to me yet? And it's fucking.
It does get,
But it's in your mind, most of it.
Yeah.
And also, secondly, it's so funny that you just said that, because I just literally got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I tell you what I got?
Please.
Because people have said that to me too, right? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm watching my friends, right? And people have said, yeah, but you're in a better place. Because I'm potting, and you know what I mean? But I look at you guys and I go, yeah, I'd rather do this than some awful fucking sitcom that, you know what I mean? What, their fifth lead on a thing, and they can't control what they say.
Right.
And they're there all day waiting, you know what I mean, for someone to go, you know, stand there, say this, bye, right? When we are here being ourselves and just talking whatever we want to do, and this is our business.
You're so right.
That we build.
Yeah.
And it's like, I have to say this morning, there's a pretty big star that texted me today, and this person was just like, listen, man, I need help because it's like, no one's listening to my podcast. I don't know what to do. Can you help? And this and that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll help you. You know what I mean? But my point is that, you know, a lot of them are trying to do what we do.
Yeah.
But they see us going, oh, they have their own business. It's a franchise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something they own. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, you're already doing it.
Yeah. And it never feels like you are. When you're in it, you're like,
no, it doesn't. I have like a breakdown every other day being like, what am I fucking doing? And just like what you were saying, like I really resonate with that, because I really compare myself to a lot of my friends, and I'm just like, oh fuck. But
so you want to start? You want me to start?
You start.
Bobby, do you want to start?
You read.
All right, we'll start. Choke and die, bitch. Anger issues.
Okay.
And you can say anything. You jump in. Doesn't matter. Okay. This happened when I was with my ex. We had a stressful 6-year relationship, and this was near the beginning. Anyway, we were having a nice day at the fair. Just kidding. Okay. We were in line for food, literally right after getting our little cards to pay for rides, when I dropped said card and it lands behind me. I turn around to pick it up, and I see a disgusting overweight man with his young daughter swipe it up so fast. I didn't skip a beat before saying, hey, I think that's mine. I was trying to be nice to this piece of shit, but I don't know why. He immediately got nasty and told me it was actually his. And when I looked over at my boyfriend and realized he wasn't going to do or say anything, I got livid. I mean, he just paid like $60 for that fucking card. I asked for it back again, and he started to argue with me. I don't even remember what he said, but he threw the card at me after realizing I wasn't going to give up and I couldn't hold my snake tongue any longer. I snatched my card off the ground and almost yelled in his face. I hope you die of a heart attack, you fat piece of shit.
No. Nope.
Thinking back, this was hilarious.
It's funny.
Because we were in line for the fried butter. He didn't need any.
Oh.
I got out of line, stomping away, and leaving my boyfriend standing there in shock before turning around briefly to yell, oh, and nice way to treat women and your daughter, asshole.
I don't understand what this, so what does she say? Like, she's mad at her boyfriend?
She's, she ends it on this. I was pissed at my pussy boyfriend for the rest of the night. He was pissed at me too, but I was pretty proud of myself. The end. Well, okay, so that warmed us up.
I have my opinion. But
please,
No, you go.
You
go.
Yeah, please go.
Okay, number one, because I was trying to put myself in that situation with the girl, right?
Right.
I'm not good at confrontation, right? But what I would have done in that situation, this is the honest truth, I would have looked at my girlfriend and go, listen, let me buy you another one. I'll get you another fast pass.
Yeah.
Right? And then I would just also say that, like, I know he's overweight. He's diabetic probably.
Probably, yeah.
You know, he probably saved up all this money to bring his daughter to this amusement, because amusement parks aren't cheap.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Right? And I don't want to also traumatize the little girl in front of her dad.
That's the thing.
Right?
Yeah.
So I go, let it go. I'll buy another one. It's not cool. I go, have a good day, sir. And I walk away. But the boyfriend didn't do that. But that's what I would have done.
Would you be seething on the inside and trying to keep it cool on the outside? Would you be angry at all?
No. It's not that big of a deal.
And it's not that big of a deal.
You know, it's just whatever.
Yeah,
I do it all the time.
But I feel like the average person isn't equipped with like taking pause.
And I agree with
breathing
that.
breathing through anger.
I get pretty angry pretty quickly, but I it happens and then I just swallow it. I rarely stay angry for a long time, and I rarely get
you
very
do get like
angry.
Bursts, but then you're really good at like working through that.
I get defensive really quickly.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I gave a homeless person $100 2 weeks ago.
On purpose?
Yeah, I go, hey man.
That's nice.
And he grabs the money and goes, fuck you.
No.
And walked away with my money.
No.
Yeah. I'm totally fine with it. Because I'm not doing that for his, you know what I mean?
You're not.
I'm doing it because he needs the money, but I'm not doing it for his, like, you know what I mean, love or admiration or whatever. Right? If I'm expecting that, I shouldn't give him the money.
And that's true.
Right?
That's very true.
So it's like, treat people, regardless of if they're evil, bad, whatever, right? As a living human, I don't know what this fat man went through.
That's true.
Right?
This is very 12-step of you.
This is
it's not 12 steps. It's the reality of it's the reality of the situation. You know what I mean? It's what. You know what I mean?
It's very 12-step.
Whoa.
Well, sorry, my bad. That was crazy. Whoa, dude, my bad. Harper, go Harper, go. Okay. What's your thing?
My thing, I mean, honestly, I really agree with what you were saying, but I think that it doesn't feel like, you know, she was breathing through that anger, and I feel like the anger was kind of misplaced in a few certain parts, and. You know, when there's like a little kid present, I think we need to try and like do our best, even if it's not the easiest thing to do.
I really like what you said though, about you're not doing it for his validation or for anything else. It's just like, if you were doing that, then you wouldn't give him the money.
You're not doing it for validation. You shouldn't validation seek for when you're doing good deeds.
That would make me immediately kind of angry though. I'd be like, God damn it.
I know, but they're like, I dropped my wallet at CVS. I had $1,200 in cash in my wallet.
Whoa.
I just fell out of my pocket. 2 days later, I get a call from CVS. Well, my ex-girlfriend, for some reason, my name has her number on the CVS thing, so they called her. This person that picked up my wallet didn't take a dime out of my wallet. So there are people like that out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, you find a wallet. Are you taking the money?
No.
Not you. Are you guys taking the money?
I wouldn't.
No.
I'd feel too guilty. I couldn't do it.
But there are people that would. You would, right?
I would.
Even as a sober guy.
See, the darkness is starting to kind of...
I'm being real. You wouldn't. I don't care what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
I would think.
You think about it.
I would think on it for a lot. I would really think on it.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
That's a tough one. I don't know. Now that you call me out like that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
As a sober guy.
There's no way.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because that's going to eat at you, and it's a road to relapse.
It would eat.
It's so true. Wow.
It's a road to relapse. And I'll tell you another thing, right?
Secrets keep you sick.
That's why I never cheat, because I've been sober my whole life. I've slipped, many times. But, I've had 12 years of sobriety, 17 years of sobriety, right?
Wow.
I never cheated on anybody because I wanted to.
Right?
You
never cheated?
No, ever. Not one time. The reason why it's a road to relapse.
It made me relapse because I cheated.
Yeah.
And
it's
it
dishonest.
makes me relapse. Yeah.
Right?
It
So you can't be dishonest.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
God, that's so true.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. And now I'm getting why people think you're Father Time. Okay. Yeah, very wise.
Wow.
Very, very wise.
Okay, so that warmed us up.
Yeah, that honestly did. Okay.
I like this. It's fun.
You like this? Hey, Honkies and Lee. Loving the prompts recently, but this one really speaks to me. I've struggled with anger issues all my life, and so have both of my parents. I'm also a triple fire sign for any astrology lovers, so I was destined to have a crazy temper genetically and astronomically. I can finally say
astrologically.
Drag her. I can finally say in my early 30s, I've calmed down a lot, but it's taken years of reflection, dealing with the self-worth issues anger can give you. That's very true. And being away from some of my family for prolonged periods. Lots of my anger has been taken out on doors over the years. I still struggle to not slam a door if I'm pissed off. But when you're furious, there is something extremely satisfying about slamming a door so hard the whole house shakes. I've only broken one door as an adult when I kicked a big hole in my bathroom door in 2017. But as a teenager, I broke several door handles from slamming them too hard. I slammed one so hard the brass handle ripped in half in my hand.
Jesus.
And that's on Gorilla Grip. I started to understand I had a dangerous temper at about 15, and all these occasions seemed to involve me feeling physically threatened. The first time was when my mom slapped me in the face during an argument and caught me in the eye. I saw red, and we somehow ended up at the top of the staircase. I had her hanging over the stairs before she screamed my name, and I snapped out of it and let her go. That summer, I got arrested when I was drunk. The police saw me shouting on the phone at the emergency services because they'd refused to send an ambulance to someone I was with who'd been involved in a fight. Instead of shutting up when the police told me to, I told them to fuck off and continued to my phone rant. It took 5 officers to get me into their van, and they had to take my shoes off.
This is written by a woman, right?
This is. I grabbed onto some railings when they started to surround me, and I was horizontal in the air, kicking all of them, thrashing around like some crazed animal. Luckily, all I ended up with was a night in the cells, a fine, and my DNA in their database forever. I was out for blood until I was about 21 and have lots of other stories about the wild times I've had with my anger, but this is plenty for now. I will say that although I think it's important to work on anger issues before you have a heart attack or hurt someone, I truly believe that being a fiery person and having a temper are not always bad traits. Being a hothead can be hard, but we have to love ourselves to work on the rage properly. Love you guys.
A lot in there. Okay, so Miss Thing she's working on her anger issues.
Yeah, she's in her early 30s now. She doesn't do that anymore. But she used to get really violent.
Okay.
And she worked through it, and that's great.
She's not born that way, right? So something happened
that made her fucking
as a young kid.
Yes,
right?
It's learned.
It's a learned behavior. It's also a coping mechanism, right? And it's a defense mechanism. And it's like, I really believe that if you take any baby, right, and you give it pure love from the beginning and attention, right, they grow up to be pretty balanced people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people might, be born with some sort of narcissism or some sort of psychological thing that they were born with, right? But still, those people don't become serial killers. They do other things, right, that are healthier, right?
Right.
She says she's improving. So, there's an old saying, well, Socrates once said, a life not self-examined is a life not worth living, right? So back in the day, people were looking inside themselves and improving. I think that's the whole point of life, is to grow and to change and to get better, right? So I think that she's doing that, but she needs therapy. There's things going on.
Yeah.
Right?
She sounds self-aware. She sounds like
do we think, I feel like she might be in it.
Maybe.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully she is.
Hopefully she is.
The unexamined life. That is a good quote.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Give me one though.
All right.
Hey, y'all. One time, my now ex-boyfriend told my mom, out of spite for me, that I was working as a stripper. I got so angry, I literally saw red and hauled my ass to Home Depot, where I bought a can of bright yellow spray paint and spray painted Snitch on his car in the middle of the night.
It's really good.
We stayed together for a few months after that somehow, unfortunately. Thankfully, I know better now. Love y'all. Bye. Okay.
That's okay. Honestly, while they got back together, that reminded me of what happened to me recently.
Yeah.
I went through a breakup a couple of months ago, on and off, kind of long-term relation, year and a half, 2 years, I think, whatever. Anyway, my ex found out that I had like been selling nudes to somebody.
Will you?
I did. Yeah, I
Okay.
sold nudes to this guy for a second, and my ex called my mom and told her.
Stop.
I didn't tell you that.
Tell you?
No.
He fucking called my mom.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is
And
after
I
you had words with
saw red when I found out. I fucking saw
Were you
red.
sober or drinking?
Sober. This is like
Right, so
this
what
is recent.
So what do you do?
Nothing.
As a sober, exactly.
Did nothing. I did nothing. I just saw red. I felt it, and then I was like, there's nothing I can do.
Out of your control.
But it was one of those moments where I was just like, this motherfucker. And then I just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? What would you do? What do you think
When
about that? The email.
What she did?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Okay, sorry. No, I know I got confused. I thought
Show us
you were talking
this.
about
Yeah,
Gabby.
yeah.
Sorry. No. Oh, what she did, I mean, is what she did funny as fuck? Yes. But, obviously,
It was pretty funny.
it's really fucking funny.
Yeah.
But,
You don't think it's funny?
I just don't understand it.
Doing Snitch?
Spray paint
No,
Snitch.
any of that.
Yeah.
It's like, I've never been in a relationship where a girlfriend would do that.
Yeah.
Or I would do that to somebody else.
Well, it's because there's a lot of unhinged
No, because
people.
people believe that relationships is their whole life.
Yes, it's true.
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't
Yes.
feel like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
You know
their
what I mean?
whole existence.
not.
Yeah.
It's such a small part of who I am.
So true. Yeah.
There's so much I want to do,
Yeah.
right? That it's like, because I see it like, because the other night I was watching like husbands, getting caught cheating on their wives or boyfriend this and that, right? And the way they react is like if that happens, it's not the right person. Move on. I mean,
so
what's
true. Yes.
What is
Exactly.
it? But they,
Yes.
they go into violence and slashing tires and
Mhm.
all this stuff. It's like
Revenge and
that's your life.
yeah.
Well, because their self-esteem clearly is, and I'm
Their
speaking
higher
from,
power is the other person. They have no
Yes.
self-worth outside of that relationship.
yes.
Everything
Yeah.
is based on, and that's like, come on, get help then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where that changed because I was like that in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had these unrequited love
Yes.
situations where
Yes.
I would think of build shrines, show up to where I think they're gonna be.
Yeah.
That was my whole life.
Yeah.
And one day I was like, what are you doing?
Right.
This is insane.
Yeah.
This can't be life. I'll kill myself.
Yeah.
Right. So I just that's when I pushed myself to do stand up
Yeah.
and do other things. You know what I mean? Because it's like, and then I feel like there was a time where I felt like I was dead inside because how come I'm not like I was in my early 20s? But listening to these stories and this and that, it makes me feel like, no, I think I have that healthy approach on it.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't make it my whole life, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And people fucking do.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
My last relationship was so bad because I was his entire life. And when I realized that, I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. But I didn't know how to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it caused me to fucking relapse. And it just was like,
Yeah.
I was his whole life.
But that's how most people live, huh?
Yeah.
That
And they
is.
don't notice, they don't know that that's what's going on. They think that that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
They don't know anything else.
I was like that. Like I was like any relationship I would get into, it's where I would derive my whole self-esteem. Like I would like use like no matter how bad the relationship was, it was like a talisman of like my self-worth. Like, oh look, someone loves me, so I'm like, okay,
I'm valuable.
I'm valuable,
Yeah.
I promise. But then if something went wrong, that's why it was like life or death, because I'm like, oh no, you're taking away like my plug into validation, into
Yeah.
self-esteem and whatnot. But then when I started going to Al-Anon, I was in a room with all these other people that also, because I always felt like a freak. And then I'm like, I mean, I am, but I was in a room with a bunch of other freaks that also have all of these low self-esteem issues, and like where you're making the relationship the higher power, etc. And you act fucking insane.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so and like you
That's
have to
what it
have
is.
your own fucking
Act
life.
that that your relationship is your higher power.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? It's using it to
Completely.
fix something about yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Filling the hole inside your gut. It's like drugs.
Yeah.
They're dopamine hits, right?
Yeah.
But it's not real.
Exactly.
Okay. Have
Go
you?
ahead.
Exactly.
Okay. I talk about this all the time, and I need to shut the fuck up about it, but I can't. But have you seen Daniel Sloss's special Jigsaw? You didn't? Okay. Well, basically, he just talks about this on here. He like does like a whole special about what we're talking about right now.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, it's really interesting.
It's a stand-up?
Yeah, it's stand-up.
All right.
Yeah, he's a Scottish comedian.
Oh, really? And what does he say just in a...
He was saying, he's like, people go around thinking that other people are their missing piece. He's like, but no one can be your missing piece because you yourself are your own complex jigsaw puzzle.
Yes.
And so you can't cram another random piece in there.
Yeah, I agree.
But we want people to fill the void so much. We think that once I get this person, everything's going to make sense.
But also, I do want a partner, though.
But
right?
and that doesn't make you weak. And that's
human.
that's not bad.
That's very human.
And of course, it's like normal and good to be able to, and want to be able to love
we do
and
need
to
each
share.
other. We need
We're
people.
communal
I
creatures.
need you guys.
We need each other. We need it. But like, you can't exist for the
But
sole
you need to get a
purpose
fucking
of-
life too.
You need to have a fucking life too.
Yeah,
Enough
so like
on
the
that.
spray painting, I was like, I would never, I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What he did was fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? But he has to live with that.
That's his thing. That's
who
his
he
side
is,
of the fucking
right?
street.
Right? Yeah. But it's like, for you to add on, right?
I think like people take like, karma into their own hands.
Yeah. Well,
instead
that's
of just
what my ex was essentially doing. He was like, I'm going to do everything I can in your power to like make you upset. And I had done that before too.
Yeah.
I also have this theory just because I do this in my business too, is I feel like I've been like slighted and fucked over as a comic, There's pieces of shits out there, right?
Yeah.
And we have to survive this thing. And, I've had like, all right, you treat me like that or you fuck with me, I'll get you back. But it's not that. It's basically, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to get better, right? And I'm going to just let my success, right, be the thing that's, my revenge. It's not really revenge. It's just, I'm going to keep going and I'm going to get better.
Yeah.
And that's like in relationships. You don't like me? I know what I'm worth. I know there's somebody out there that's gonna accept, me, who I am, and I'm gonna move on, and you'll see. You'll never find a guy like me again. I believe that about myself.
Yeah,
I think, and you should feel that way. But everyone should feel like there's something about them that's special and unique. And if somebody doesn't like your shit, it's their loss,
right?
And vice versa.
Yeah, totally. And that is on Father Time.
Yes,
it's a lot
literally.
Of wisdom. It's a lot
heavy
of
on the Father Time.
It's really.
I think this is the problem with. I shouldn't say this shit on dates though.
Well, on first dates,
I don't know.
Yeah. I fuck up. I fucked it.
No, but before the appetizers are even out, you're like, and this is what it is to be vulnerable.
But
like,
I would like to hear this. I would like to hear this.
No, and honestly, you know what? Though? Maybe you should keep doing this because if someone, it's kind of like going back to what you're saying.
Depth. You have depth, and I think that's attractive. And I think that like anybody that is ready to hear that wants to know more, and they'll be like, wait, this person's emotionally sound, and I can I'm interested in getting to know this person.
Well, it's because I wasted so much time in bullshit.
Yeah.
Right?
And these are important things to talk about.
Yeah, and I just, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And so I'm just letting people know, like, this is my opinion. I wasted 10 years doing this. Stop.
Right.
Now.
Yeah. Right.
Live your life.
But see, then it's on taking your own advice of like, then if people don't see that immediately, don't see that, then that's their loss.
Yeah, but I don't like being booed up, but go ahead.
I know.
Let's read another one.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Give me a long one.
I was 17 and my mom asked me to babysit while she ran some errands. The issue was I was horribly sick with the flu, super high fever, terrible headache. I felt delirious from how awfully sick I was. My mom was mostly concerned about my youngest brother, who was 6 years old at the time. But my older brother, who was 15 at the time, was also home. My mom said I could stay in bed and rest, but to keep an ear on things, as she didn't totally trust my 15-year-old brother to supervise the 6-year-old. While I was trying to rest in bed, I hear my brothers starting to fight over playing Guitar Hero. My 6-year-old brother wanted to take a turn playing, but my 15-year-old brother was refusing to let him play. My head was already hurting so badly from the flu, and their yelling just added to my misery. I got out of bed and asked my 15-year-old brother to please let our 6-year-old brother have a turn and to stop yelling at each other because my head felt like it was going to explode. But my 15-year-old brother was being a piece of shit. He started mouthing off to me, calling our younger brother a whiny little baby, and told me that I couldn't tell him what to do. I'm usually not a physically violent person, but the combination of being extremely sick while also dealing with my punk brother filled me with rage, so I slapped him across the face hard. My brother stared at me in silence for a few moments after getting bitch slapped, and for a second, I thought he would hit me back. But instead of apologizing, I said, "That's what you get for not listening to me." That's when things dramatically escalated. He took the Guitar Hero controller, slammed it on the ground so hard that it snapped in half. Then he punched the screen out of our stepdad's new plasma TV, and it cracked so badly that it looked like someone had thrown a huge rock at it. I was shocked and trying to figure out how I was going to explain all of this to my mom when she got home. But no, it got worse. My brother suddenly said, I think I fucked up my hand. And yes, he certainly did fuck up his hand. I looked at it and could clearly see that he had broken the bottom part of his thumb as it was protruding out of place. It didn't break through the skin, but it was still a horrific sight. Pretty quickly after, my brother started screaming in pain, and my mom got home a few minutes later. Instead of getting mad at my brother for destroying the guitar controller, the plasma TV, and breaking his own hand, my mom blamed me for everything. Because if I didn't slap my brother, none of this would have happened. She literally kicked me out of the house. I had to move in with my boyfriend's family, and my mom only asked me to come home a week later because my school found out about what happened and was threatening to call CPS.
Oh.
Obviously, I know I shouldn't have hit my brother, but every time Harper says slap in the box, this is my moment of rage and anger that comes to mind. Harper hurt her ex-boyfriend in front of Jack in the Box. Goes to show that one slap can escalate to thousands of dollars worth of damage, including the cost of my brother's surgery. Anyway,
Jesus.
love y'all.
I knew slap in the box was going to come up.
There's like 2 other emails where it's mentioned too. Yeah.
Explain to me slap in the box.
Okay. So, Bobby, remember how we just had that really beautiful talk about how you shouldn't make your relationships your higher power?
Yes.
So it does appear that I did make a relationship my higher power. What was this? End of 2021? Yeah, end of 2021.
So recently.
Yeah, yeah.
It was recently.
So recently. I'm glad that you can keep up with that.
We
so
were shooting the show.
We were definitely shooting the show.
On the way to
we had my ex and I were very chaotic, on again, off again. Like it was only lasted 4 months, but it was extremely chaotic. Anyway, I was mad that he like got drunk, and then I felt like there was some trust issues that came up, and then it was like one of those like, chaotic breakups. Doesn't matter. Anyways, I did end up running down the street in my socks. He did get out at a stoplight, which happens to be right in front of a Jack in the Box. Little do I know, Gabby's turning onto the street as this is happening.
I see
he
her
says
hitting him in the
something that
face.
pisses me off. We start pissing each other off. One thing led to another. You guessed it. It's called slap in the box for a reason. I did engage in some slapping.
And I was
No
sitting at
face
the light.
shots,
And I was
no
sitting
face
at the light.
shots.
You didn't really?
No face shot. We've talked.
Interesting.
I was sitting at the light watching
Yes,
you.
really.
hit him.
All that energy that you expended there and the emotions, all that. If you
Could just turn inward.
No. If you put that energy right into your stand-up, right, what would happen?
Well, yeah, and that is a great question.
Yeah, I'm going to just tell you something, okay, pal. All right.
Yes.
This is a big deal. What you're doing right now, stand-up. You could be a multi-millionaire. Have your own company, you know what I mean? Make other things, create, and have
I haven't done
franchise.
behavior like that since.
Listen.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that, right? Don't fuck this up by acting like a fool.
No, I got into Al-Anon after that. And I got into 12-step. We got out of that relationship.
It was her rock bottom.
It was my rock bottom. It was my biggest.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow you because I've had many rock bottoms. I'm not judging you because I fucked up a lot in my life. Okay. This.
Yeah.
All right. Number one. Okay. She was sick.
She was sick.
In bed.
Yeah.
Right. And if the older brother would have just let the little kid play the fucking guitar, hero, none of this would have happened.
So the mom's to blame, really, for kicking the girl
It's the
out
mom's
of
the fault.
The mom is the fault.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So let's blame the mom.
But it's also coming from this girl's. It's a girl, right?
Girl, yeah.
Her point of view.
And yes, that's
It's
true.
like it's like the movie Rashomon. You know that movie?
No.
No. Shit.
Can't say.
You've never heard of Rashomon?
No.
No.
Oh.
Should we play it right now?
No.
Yeah.
Well, have you heard of Kurosawa?
No.
No.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
What are you talking about right now?
So what is
Kurosawa?
it? Yeah, what is it?
You don't know Kurosawa?
Nah, don't know.
No.
Never even heard of
All
it.
right, so can I educate?
Please.
Yeah.
All right. Akira Kurosawa is considered one of the greatest directors of all time. In fact, Scorsese, Spielberg, George Lucas, Brian De Palma, they all think that he's one of the greatest of all time. In fact, if you go to Lucas, wherever it's in San Francisco, he has a Kurosawa building.
Okay.
Right? Kurosawa made a movie called Rashomon. I think it was in the 50s.
Okay.
And it was basically a movie about a Japanese girl being or like being physically beaten, right? And 3 people telling their side of the story. So the whole movie is 3 different stories from 3 different.
This sounds so good.
3 people's point of view, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so this is based on her point of view. And she can add things.
What's the? I'm gonna write this down. What's it called?
You're not gonna like it.
I'm putting it in the episode. It's Rashomon.
Rashomon. No,
Right.
I might like it. I want to watch it now.
Well, it's 1950s and it's also subtitled. I mean, you have to. But if you like film, that's not the movie. If you want to watch a Kurosawa movie, I would start with Yojimbo.
Okay.
Or I would start with Seven Samurai.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway. Educating. You know, they're the greatest films ever made.
I'm not really a film buff, so I should, I should I should educate myself.
Well, yeah, I think you should.
I think I should.
Yeah.
No, I think it's great.
I watch.
Hey, fuck you, man. All right. But I'm just saying, it's like it's coming from her point of view, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Based on that, right?
Yeah.
Right. You don't know the experience of the brother. I mean, but it is obvious
It
that
could
the
have been
brother was you didn't have to do that.
I know, but it could have been this. Like,
Yeah.
no, I gave, we were making so much of it, but I eventually gave the fucking guitar to my little brother, but you slapped me anyway. I don't know.
That's true.
What happened? You know
That's
what I mean?
true. Everybody's feeling
There
wrong.
could have been a lot of things that led up to her being like, she could have fucked up a week before, did a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mom was like, this is the last straw.
Well, now here's a perspective shift. Can we blame it on the little brother for being a little pussy?
Yeah, there we go.
There we
Wow.
go.
It's
He's
a little boy.
pussy.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And
right?
He needs to be the scapegoat of the family's
Well, he's-
Or
problem.
he's
watch to learn. The
obviously-
15-year-old's probably very good at it. He should have.
Yeah.
The little kid should have fucking like, you know, they learned.
Because a little kid probably played it and he sucked.
Yeah, exactly.
And so everybody's
like, let me
Right.
show how it's done.
Yes.
And the little kid was like, no.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Maybe it's the
And
mom's
that's-
fault for even having the little baby.
Yeah. Maybe she didn't
Why
want to
does
have
she
a
have
baby.
so many fucking kids?
Yeah,
How about that?
exactly. You know
Chill
what I mean?
out.
And this is the story of Rashomon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this,
Rashomon. Yeah.
that's on Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah. Rosh Hashanah.
Now
yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
do what? One more, Bobby.
We'll
do you want
do
to close
one
us out?
I listen better if someone
Here,
else
then I'll
reads
do
it.
that. Then Honk,
Let's
you
get
go
it-
ahead and read.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
get
Yeah,
it
yeah.
over.
The title is My Jack in the Box Story. So triggered. Okay. This didn't happen at a Jack in the Box. It happened at a dive bar called Coach's Corner. So instead of Slap in the Box, I'll call it Curb Stomp Corner. I'm not a skinhead. I was being very drunk. I was being a very drunk woman's activist. I swear on my cat. Like Harper, when I was younger, I had a crazy temper and alcohol would just make it worse. I was at this stupid bar one night with my friend who was 4'10", and her drunken alter ego is Bianca. Seriously, she would just loudly shit talk, and it was hilarious because she was so tiny, no one could even see her. Well, she was about to leave and walk home with a male friend, and I saw a man who was probably about 5 feet throw her into the middle of the street, and that's when my brain glitched, and I threw my purse off and sprinted and threw that fucker away from her. His head landed conveniently by a curb, and I did stomp on it once. All right, I don't know if we need to be putting my name in this. Okay. Okay.
Does she keep reading you?
Yeah, she goes, just like Harper. Hey, you're not just like me. Okay, a little bit. Okay, all right. Because you're giving Hulk smash, sweetie. Okay.
Yeah, this is powerful.
Yeah, jarring is a word.
God, curb stomping somebody?
God damn.
That's vicious.
I know. Fuck. Okay. Another guy we knew from just hanging out at that bar was wearing a white hoodie and it was covered in blood. Apparently, he had asked little curb dude's CrossFit friend why they were picking on girls when all she was doing was being loud. So he got his orbital socket broken for that. Now I'm going to be real with you.
Please.
I wish I knew what an orbital socket was.
Something in his face,
It's
right?
the
Eyeballs.
Yeah.
And you know what? And that is actually all, the dots are all connected. So we're back on.
Okay.
When the cops came, I was standing face to tits with CrossFit Idiot and with a cop standing right next to us. So I spit a loogie right in his face.
In the cop's face?
Oh my God.
Jesus.
I think the guy's face, right?
I think the guy's
I
face.
think the guy's face in front of the cop.
Yeah.
I had been hawking it back and he was just shaking his head like I wouldn't, but I'm dependable and follow through on my promises.
Good.
Okay. I got in no trouble at all. I had no priors and the cop said, well, don't pick on girls half your size.
Yeah.
I haven't drank in 5 years and have been sober from opiates for 9.
Great.
I don't
Oh,
have
yeah, keep going.
I don't have a crazy temper anymore. I'm just a hermit cat lady who watches my beautiful honks and Lidl Lee. Love you so much. Thanks for reading if you do. And P.S. And over a decade later, I now live in an apartment directly beside that bar. Okay, T.
Okay. Now, have
That's
you
the tea of it
ever
all.
wanted to feel like what it would feel like to beat the shit out of somebody? Have you ever
I just
physically fought
can't.
somebody?
No, I mean, I've been beat up a lot of times.
But you've never fought somebody. Like, you've never fucking gone after somebody.
No, I was attacked by Dr. Ken Jung once.
Stop. Really?
Yeah, at Cobb's, he physically assaulted me, and I didn't do anything. I just stood there.
Was he like going after you?
Yeah,
What
it was like throwing hands and stuff.
Fuck.
And I think he hit me a couple times. I was like, this is weird.
Why? What was the lead
It's
up?
such a fucking long. Well, I mean, it's because of MySpace.
Really?
Not MySpace.
Yeah,
What?
MySpace.
It was because of MySpace.
Yeah, I think I
TBT.
was ripping him apart because, I used to be in his top friends on MySpace, and then he started working, and this is right when he was getting like pretty good movies and stuff. And then he switched his MySpace to the Judd Apatow and Will Ferrell, these people, right?
Right.
And I was giving him shit like, oh, you're moving on up, you know what I mean? We're no longer, you know what I mean? And I think it was just enough of that, and he snapped.
And he just
Ari
fucking went
Shaffir
after
beat
you.
the shit out of me at the Comedy Store 3 times.
Did he actually?
Oh, yeah.
What?
I was bleeding. Yeah.
Was he your friend when he did it?
Yeah.
Was it like a bit, or was he like, no, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you?
No, he kicked me in the face like 15 times in the face.
What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna die. I was gonna die. And he did it 3 times in a row, 3 weeks in a row he did it.
3 weeks in a row.
And then he
my
got banned from the
God.
Comedy Store for a little
What
bit.
was wrong with him?
What do you mean? Look at him. Look at the guy.
I'm fucking
He
screaming.
pooed on my car.
He pooed on your car?
No.
You don't know that?
No, I didn't know
No.
that.
Yeah, he
He
pooed
took
on.
a shit on your car.
No, he saved poo in a bag.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he took a spatula and he put
No, he
poo, human poo, in the handle,
No, he didn't.
and then he put a little bit of poo on the front window. And so when I had poo, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Why?
And I saw the poo, so I put the windshield. But he put all the poo on the windshield. So when it did that,
No.
all the poo sprayed. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
It's kind of genius.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not good.
It's pretty. It's
Genius, but not good.
not good.
No,
I mean, I don't want it to happen to me, but it's a
And you
pretty
already
funny
had
idea.
shit on your hand from.
Right, but in all those circumstances,
covered
I
in
never
shit.
got physical.
How did you? Because you just.
No, you just do
How'd
the. You go. It's gonna work itself out, right?
But you've never had the inclination to just be like, I wish I knew what it felt like. I wish I could just fuck you up.
No, because it's like, what happens after that?
Yeah, and you're right.
What's the point?
Yeah,
We get in a physical, I'll probably get beaten up,
yeah.
right? I land weird on my head. I have CTE. I crack my skull. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, there's so many different things that could happen. It's like, why?
You don't want to know what it feels like to just crack somebody.
No, and I've wanted to like hurt people before, but it's like, at the end of the day, I have my own ways of getting revenge.
You play the tape through physically. It's
Yeah,
not gonna be.
you. And at the end of the, I'm here,
Mhm.
and a lot of people that have physically assaulted me are no longer in the business because everything's happened to me in stand up because I've been in it for so long, and I've weathered the storm. I'm still here.
Yeah,
It's not worth it.
and
this person
You
seemed
could
like
take-
she was doing this when she was using, right?
Yeah, this was not. Yeah, she was
so
not sober.
She's sober now, right?
Yeah,
It seems
yeah.
like
And that she was
Yeah.
reflecting on that. Yeah.
reflecting about it. So it's like
Yeah.
it's just a part of your story. You know, what I mean, I
Yeah.
don't blame her for doing all that or whatever.
I dated Craig Conant, and when I was
For how long?
a year, when I first started comedy, so like 6 years ago.
Great guy.
Great, interesting boyfriend.
Yeah.
Love him to death, but not a great relationship. And I got really drunk, and we were outside of the Improv, and he made me so mad, and I went up to him outside the Improv, so embarrassing, I'm wasted, and I just hit him in the face
Why?
because I was fucking drunk and I was mad.
Okay.
It was really embarrassing.
And that's,
And these are the
Because
things
the relationship was your higher power.
because it was my higher power, and it was
Yeah.
I look back on that, I'm like, how fucking embarrassing is that?
mm.
And that can't do that again.
Yeah, I've done so many weird shit.
Yeah, and it didn't feel good.
I farted in when I was on MadTV.
That is pretty violent.
I showed up one morning, rehearsals, because sometimes we'd rehearse at 6 a.m. And
Jesus.
we were at Hollywood Center Studios, and we had this like rehearsal room. And I walked in, and I see Mike McDonald and some other cast members, and there was a girl on the couch eating yogurt, and I didn't know who she was. I didn't know her name or anything. And I grabbed the back of her head, and I farted in her mouth while she was eating yogurt.
And you farted in her mouth. Why
Yeah,
did you
and
do
she
that?
started to cry.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
Whoa.
And it was chaos.
Oh my God.
She's
I
eating
had
her.
people fucking attacking me.
You-
I mean,
you
and
grabbed
she
the
was a
back
new
of her
cast
head.
member.
Oh, she was.
So
So
you
she
like
called her
hazed
lawyer.
her?
She called her lawyer. I had to get a lawyer. It was fucking terrible.
She had a mouthful of yogurt, and you said, "Take this," and you.
Well, yeah,
ripped.
yeah, do you know this flavor? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not apricot.
The
It's something
classic
different.
bit,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
What
you
did
know,
now? Can I ask a question?
Mm.
What did you think she was gonna do when you did that? Did you just think it was going to be funny? You thought it was going to be a big laughing.
To me, that's a sign of like, let's have fun, right?
Fart in your mouth.
To go behind somebody while they're eating, grab their head and fart.
Yeah, in retrospect, it's a
little
aggressive. It's aggressive and nightmarish.
I'd say so.
And we're very good friends now.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
okay.
I
do you
mean,
still do it as a bit? Like, no.
No, I don't touch anybody now.
You don't do it now.
You lesson learned.
And I
thought that farting in someone's mouth was like a Korean hello. You know what I mean? Like cultural. You know what I mean? But it's like white people take it a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you white people are
relevant to the show.
And I haven't had any gas this episode. I wish I had.
Well, that's because you farted it all out in my room this morning.
It's true.
My
new boyfriend stayed the night for the first time, and I said, I can't fart when he's in
You guys live together?
We lived together,
Oh, I didn't know that.
We lived together.
Oh, wow,
so I had to go up into her room this morning while he was in my bed, and I said, I gotta let it go. So I went and blew up her room.
You smashed last night?
I did.
Good.
I never smashed in my room.
Was it good?
It was good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. It's good. He's good at sex. It's a good time.
No condom?
No condom.
Oh, okay. Pulled out?
Pulled out.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, no birth control.
No birth control.
Yeah.
Pulled out. I'll get an abortion.
Does he have tattoos?
Yeah.
I can tell.
On his head.
On his face?
Not his face. His head.
Not yet.
His whole head.
Oh, okay.
Sober. Met him in AA.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's really sweet.
He's sweet.
You like him?
I do. I really do.
Big dick. Yeah, it's good.
Big dick?
Big dick. What are you gonna do?
Pass.
Anyway, I had to go let him out in her room this morning because you can't fart in a new relationship.
No.
The reason why I'm on it is because of the fart, this podcast.
Thank you.
I saw you rip it, right?
Are you disappointed that I didn't?
And then her reaction to it made me laugh.
Good.
Yeah. No, when I saw that, I was like, what an animal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dirty little animal.
Dirty little animal.
But I go, she's my kind of people.
Now, can I ask another question? Are you disappointed that I haven't this episode?
I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to smell it. I don't think we're not there yet.
And that's a boundary.
And that is a boundary.
Now
Thank
you'll
you.
respect
Thank you
his,
for
and that's
grounding.
interesting. But
yeah.
Well, you guys are closer, right?
I mean,
Then
one would
me
think,
and
yeah.
you. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you fart?
Not really. She's you know, look at her.
What do you mean, look at her?
Well, she doesn't look like she farts.
Yeah. You've farted before. You have an asshole. Do you have an asshole?
No.
Let's start there.
We actually don't know.
I think maybe I get so triggered because I'm kind of jealous because I don't have an asshole. So it's kind of a weird thing to navigate.
Let me ask you something about your asshole.
I don't want you to.
I do.
Really?
No. Go. What?
Is it tight?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Don't look at me. You asked that and then you look
You
at
seem
me.
like a loose asshole.
He does.
Well, no, he's been shoving up Coke cans and like whatever the fuck. He's been like boofing meth. So I don't know.
Yeah,
no
he's
judgment.
done some
It's just
things.
like what you've done. And like, that's fine. We all have a past. But no, mine is tight. Yes.
How do you know?
Well, you can just tell.
No.
I know mine is.
Yeah.
How do you know yours?
Because my poop looks like angel hair pasta. It's like so, you know what I mean? I go, that's a tight asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Are
if
you
that's that-
stressed?
Yeah, it
What?
sounds like there's something wrong, maybe.
No, there's not.
No.
No dicks have been in it. And that's a sign. That's a good sign,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Has dicks been in yours?
One.
Okay.
Was how small?
It was.
So it kept you tight.
Yeah.
Was there lube or did he spit like an animal?
He spit.
Did he?
I love it.
Do you know
Did it hurt?
Yeah.
Okay.
the only person I had anal with was Craig Conant.
Don't tell me that.
I'm so sorry.
He's an anal hound.
I'm so sorry. He's an anal hound.
Don't tell me that.
So watch out for your
Don't
tight
tell me
little
that.
ass.
Well, we just did.
Yeah.
And we can't
Once
go back.
he finds out you've got a little tight one, he's gonna be.
Yeah, he's
hungry.
gonna come and knocking.
No, there's no way. He'd have to Bill Cosby me.
Well, we'll see.
Well, we'll see.
Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
we will. See.
If Craig Condon Bill Cosby me, and I woke up and I had a sore asshole,
Would you fight him?
Where would you thank him?
This would be the truth.
Okay.
I would go, fuck you, man. Don't ever do that again. Right. And dude, you're done with me, dude. But don't ever say it. This can't go out there. Right? Don't ever talk to me again. Don't look at me. We're not saying anything about it. Right?
Wow.
You got one.
Powerful.
You got a free one.
And you still wouldn't fight him.
No,
And you
no
still
prison.
wouldn't
No,
fight
because
him.
I don't want any.
No more sleepovers.
No,
Just
yeah.
like the bromance
I don't
is
want
done.
cops coming over and going, well, what happened? You know what I mean? Because that's on record, right?
Yeah, because your
Yeah.
shit gets out when you tell the cops.
Right.
Yeah.
People can get a hold of the record, right? So I go, you got the good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
good on you.
Yeah, good on you. That was great. I'm not gonna ever take another fucking cappuccino from you.
Yeah,
Right?
literally.
Because
literally.
that's how it started, right?
Yeah.
But don't ever look at me again, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's a man of integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a very emotionally astute, I think very articulate response.
I'm blown away by how emotionally.
Yeah, you came in, you dropped in.
Right.
Yeah, you have.
I mean,
a lot
you
of,
would if that happened to you guys, you would probably, as women, you'd probably do a police report.
Call the cops.
Are you kind of just say that like as snitches because you don't know?
That's why I'm saying that. That's
right. Because we have
what
big
would you
mouths.
do, Lee? What would you do
if I got Cosby'd?
Like no, me. Like you and I are hanging. I'm here. I know where you live.
Yeah.
Right. And I get your number from Gab. Right.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, dude, I think I left. So can I just look at your apartment? This is tomorrow, right?
Okay.
You're like, I don't think you did, but you can come up, right? And I go, oh, I got you a Red Bull. Let's drink a Red Bull together.
All right, pre-cracked Red Bull.
No, I inject it in the. What I would do is I would inject it in there.
Yeah.
Right, the stuff in there, and that would seal it.
Next level.
Next level, right? Yeah. And you're drinking it, right? And you pass out, right? And then you wake up. I'm not here, but your butthole is super sore, right? Literally, just tell me what you would do.
What would you do?
Nothing. I would not say anything to anybody.
Would you ever bring it up to him?
No.
You wouldn't tell us?
No, No, I would probably...
Not even on Patreon?
No, I don't know if I would tell anybody. I think I would keep it to myself.
Exactly.
And I would just...
like a man.
I would just live it down.
You live it
down.
But when we saw each other in public, I
wouldn't
recognize it.
No, you wouldn't.
I think he would know.
I believe that if we were in an A meeting and at the end of the meeting, we would hold hands, right? Do the serenity prayer. We would do the serenity prayer. And I would look up at you like this.
I'm just cowering.
Right? You would look down like this, right? And I'd go, I would do a little head nod like, I won.
You're fit.
I did that. Yeah, I would never do that, by the way. That's not in my nature. And I think that would just be a thing that we had. That would be terrible.
Between the two
Honestly,
of you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be that mad at it. I think
you
I'd be
now.
a little flattered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got fucked by Bobby Lee secretly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like
that's
that.
on the power of creating your own reality.
Yeah. And that's on the power of perspective.
From frustration to flattery. Yeah.
And would you ever have me back on a podcast?
As much as possible.
You'd
Exactly,
probably be like
you
the
would.
third guy. Yeah, you'd be like the third. After that.
Yeah. And the whole thing, I would be looking at you. I would just be like, hey.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can close it on that, can't we?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, you guys.